All right, happy Wednesday to you all. Hump day. Headed out for a work commute on the little Cub. Haven't headed out on the road much over the last year or so, but it's time for it to start getting some more exercise. I need to take it over and get the state inspection done so I can renew my tag, and I've got a work event that I have to do today up in Cypress, so I figured I'll take the little guy and run the side roads and access roads and stuff. And my phone man is all wonked. Anywho, off I go. I'm gonna hit Fry Road, I guess. Just go straight up Fry. I've got to go into Cypress area. Weather's nice today. It's mostly cloudy, like completely cloudy. About 78 degrees or something like that. It's humid, but not too bad today. I've been working on the 500X, trying to chip away at it in the evenings and early mornings before I need to head out. My daughter has homeschool now, so a teacher is coming to the house, or they call it homebound schooling. It's not homeschool like we do it. So it is a teacher from Cypress, from Katy ISD that visits our house, and nice line of traffic. An adult has to be home whenever the teacher's there, so on the days that my wife works, I stay home until whenever, and then we switch off. So anyway, today she was supposed to have school, but she's not feeling too well, so we called the teacher and said, hey, we're gonna have to postpone today and do it another day. She said that's okay, and I have this appointment up in the Cypress area that I had planned several days ago and didn't realize that my wife would be working today, so I had to postpone my plan this morning and tell the customer I'm going to be late. It's about 11:30 or so now, and it'll take me 30 minutes to get up there, and the hard cutoff is about 1 p.m. for them, so I've got to get the job done quick. Anywho, the 500X, I'm slowly chipping away at that. It's just, one of those time-consuming chores, and either weather or work hasn't been conducive to me finishing that project, so I'm trying to spend an hour or so at a time and just chip away at the mountain of work. It's pretty much back together. I got the forks back on it, everything's torqued down, front wheels on, front brakes have been replaced and bled, flushed out, all that. Rear brakes are done, everything's done on it except for buttoning up the plastics and tracing down a little electrical gremlin that I've got going on. Not sure what that's about. My front lights are not doing what they're supposed to do, so sort out my rat's nest of splitters and duplicate connections and stuff for the front running lights, turn signal duplicators, all that kind of stuff, because I've got those what are they, the Barkbuster Storm handguards on there, and they've got running lights and turn signals, and then I've got aftermarket turn signals up there as well, so there's a lot of extra wires. Something's not quite happy in there, can't figure out what. This thing is so much more rideable than the CT125. Little Trail 125, just, I don't know, it doesn't have the same road feel. It's not as capable as far as the power curve. First through third gear on this are great with the 15-tooth front sprocket. They pull very well for in-town riding. So I'm considering selling off the CT125. Still very low miles on that thing. I've only got a couple thousand miles and change on it. I just don't know that I've got the time or the bandwidth anymore to get out and do the adventure camping touring that I wanted to do on that, and where it's so limited on top speed and just overall grunt capability, I don't know how well that fits into my plans. The XT250 is a much more capable steed, you know, size, speed, you know, off-road grunt, you name it. It's just it's got it more all the way around. So I think the little Trail 125 might go up on the auction block here pretty soon. I'm trying to decide whether I will sell it with the trailer or not, because that would be kind of a neat setup for somebody to have. I'm gonna have to get over, I suppose. Looks like this is a full stop situation. Oh, now that guy's moving. He's just got his emergency lights on. Hey, crunch. Oh, he's a street sweeper. That's why he's moving slow. Whee, big bump. So, yeah, CT125 with the SurePax trailer on the back of it. It's a neat little off-road adventure touring rig for somebody that lives in the boonies, you know, out in the sticks, out in the rural area. Here in town, it's not really suitable. I've just never really meshed with it for being a in-town run-around commuter, and I hope that I would. I don't know, I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. If the gearing were different, it might be a completely different story, you know, 1000% different. If it had the dual range transmission to where you could gear it up or down as needed for the what are you doing, doofus? Oh yeah, stop everybody because you want to change lanes at the last second. If it had that dual range transmission, you could gear it up or down for street use, off-road use, whatever, and just give yourself different ratios to be more suitable for that engine power curve. I just think it's quite lacking in its grunt as it stands now, which is weird because this one feels so much more capable, and it's the same engine, and it's actually tuned for more high-end power instead of mid-range, where the CT125 intake track and stuff is tuned for more mid-range. I don't really feel it. It doesn't feel snappier around town or off the line than this, so I don't know. It does have a little bit more grunt in first and second gear, it feels like, but you gotta really be hunting for that. Man, just stick it out there, dude. Good thing I changed lanes when I did. Yeah, and everybody's honking and mad already today, you can tell. It seems like everyone in Houston has just lost any idea or semblance of the social contract. I was talking about that in my ranting vlog yesterday on the way home. Nobody thinks about where they're going. They don't think 1 or 2 steps ahead. They don't plan anything, and there's no responsibility or repercussions for stupid actions. You know, this guy on his phone, you know, they just pay attention, do what you're supposed to do. Abide by the contract, get your shit done. Try not to intentionally annoy or, you know, aggravate other people, but it doesn't seem to exist in this city anymore. When I first moved to Texas, I was fairly impressed at the quality of the drivers, at least in the smaller towns, you know, outside of the big metro areas. Everybody was very courteous, especially on the highways, very courteous, you know. They would always scoot over, let you by, you know. They followed Autobahn rules, you know, don't run the left lane unless you're really passing, always yield to someone faster behind you, that kind of thing. And, you know, if you scooted over and let someone through, they would you know, wink their lights at you or whatever, you know, put the emergency flashers on to say thanks. You know, there was courtesy. It's just gone now. It doesn't exist. And I think Texas drivers now, because everything is so fast and furious here, it's probably worse and more dangerous here than it is in a lot of other states now. It used to be the other way around. You know, Oklahoma, for example, I could not stand Oklahoma drivers. They were just awful, and it was such a treat to come down to Texas and find people that knew how to drive, but not anymore. Not anymore. I think it's probably all the people coming in from other states. We've got so many transplantees that are bringing their bad attitudes and lack of courtesy. There's no more of the southern hospitality like there used to be. Now it's everyone for themselves. I guess they're getting ready to widen this out. They're chopping up all these entrances. So it looks like they're going to add another dedicated lane somewhere. Oop, I was supposed to turn. Forgot. I'll come up here and take a different route. After I get the 500X back together, I'm trying to decide what my project list order of operations is going to be. I think the PCX should probably be the next one, just so I can close the loop on that and try to finish out the Cannonball series. But I'm thinking about doing this one. I want to rebuild the front suspension on it, maybe put some cartridge emulators up front, or at least a fork upgrade kit. At the very least, the oil needs changed out because they feel very sticky and crunchy. So I need to get that done. And I've got a front brake line from Spiegler to put on here, a braided stainless steel line. That needs taken care of. Go ahead. I know this guy's going to stomp on top of me any second. Wait the last second and try to change over on top of me, so I might as well be nice and let him in. Brakes on this thing still feel okay. They do feel a little bit spongy on the first pull or two after they've been sitting a while, but I haven't flushed the brake fluid out of this thing since before Cannonball in 21. So my road prep before I left was you know, going through the bike tip to stern, you know. So I'll put the oh, and I've got a brake caliper to put on here. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was part of the thing I was going to do, but I thought, nah, I don't even want to pull the caliper off of this until I have the braided line, and I never contracted with anybody to make the braided line, but I finally found one. A Spiegler, you know, had a kit that was for a different bike. I can't remember. Maybe it was a newer version of this, but they confirmed that it fits, so I need to put that on. Anyway, the brake caliper that I have is a Brembo Kitico 2-pot instead of this single pot. So put that on, see if it firms up the front end of this thing. I'm sure it'll firm up that spongy brake lever. It's always had kind of a, you know, real spongy feel to it. Once you get into the bite area, you just keep squeezing, and there's, you know, it's kind of wooden. There's not really much more progressive braking to it. And when you get full squeeze, you can still, you know, squeeze the lever, so that spongy line is giving too much. In fact, I was talking about that coming right through this area the other way. I was on this road going that way when I was talking about the spongy brake lever in one of my very first ride vlogs on this thing. Asshole. You know I was there, you fucking dickhead. What is it with these people in Houston, man? Jam the brakes and the signal at the same time when you just passed me. You fucking know I'm here. Assholes. Oh, this city sucks. When I was younger, it used to be kind of nice to live here in the thick of it, you know, with all the work and the hustle and bustle and plenty of stuff to do, but the novelty wore off real fast. Early 2000s, it kind of went downhill. Maybe 2005, 2006, it started really going to pot. And then by, 2010 and beyond, it's just yuck, yuck, yuck. To rebuild this mirror too. I never did that after Cannonball. I pulled it apart, tried to grease it up, clean it up, but the little ball detent thing in there isn't working. It will not fold anymore. I've got a couple of damaged and junk ones from various issues over the years, so I can probably just snag that pivot mechanism off of another one. Get off your phone. Looking down in their lap on the phone. Meanwhile, I got people climbing up my ass. Trust this jack off. I just know he's going to squeeze over in front of me at the last second without signaling. Tailgating somebody else. That's always the first thing you need to watch out for city riding if you're not an experienced city rider, is watch out for cagers tailgating, because invariably they're going to jam the brakes and slam a lane without looking or signaling or anything. And I can't stop. I'll get run over. And I've mentioned it before, but I guess it bears mentioning again, is the distances on camera look a lot farther than they are because of the fisheye lens. All this happens a whole lot closer than it appears on camera. Like that looks really far away right now. No, that guy's just 6 feet away from me in that lane. Let's stop behind this car and give you an estimate of how far I am. Okay, so I'm stopped at a reasonably safe distance behind this car. That's maybe 8 feet. Maybe 8 feet. It's a little over a bike length right there. So the camera really stretches things out, makes it look further than it is. I still need to pull the rear wheel off of this thing. Dunk the wheel, tank it, see if I can figure out where the leak is, because it's still going flat after 2 days. And I mean flat, like 0 pounds pressure. Just in one day, it'll drop, 8 pounds plus. Gotta figure out where the leak is. I sprayed some soapy water on the valve stem, around the base of the 90-degree angled stem that I've got, and the stem itself, or the core, I should say. Didn't see any bubbles, so it's not there. It's got to be somewhere else along the bead. If I have to pull this tire off of there to solve the problem, actually dismount it from the rim, I might go ahead and get a wider tire for the rear. I've been toying with that idea. I need to replace the front tire anyway, so what I might do is put this rear tire on the front. The sizes on these things are really small. It's a 70 millimeter front, 80 millimeter rear, so what I'm thinking is I'll put the 80 rear on the front and I'll put a 100 on the rear, just to give this thing a little bit wider footprint, more contact patch. Theoretically, ideally, it should let the rear tire last a little bit longer too, because you're putting a slightly wider contact patch on the ground instead of such a narrow little strip. So I don't know. I think the new ones come with wider tires. I need to check those specs. I'm not 100% sure on that. These original ones are skinny. 1.7 miles. Turn on Loganbaugh. Loganbaugh, I don't know. I lived up here, I could never pronounce the name. It's funny, we moved from Cypress down to Katy, and literally it's just like 13 miles straight down Fry Road pretty much. We live like a mile and a half over from Fry, but yeah. Oh boy, 5:29. I need to do my new helmet. Still haven't uncorked that thing. I'm gonna pull that Neotech 2 out of the box and alcohol sponge the front of it and get my new chin mounts. Mount unboxed, unpackaged, hit it with a heat gun or a hairdryer or something just to heat up the sticky a little bit, slam it on the front of the helmet, and work on transferring my microphone and installing the Cardo audio kit in there. As I've gotten a couple of phone calls just on the road here right now, and I can't answer those while I'm riding right now because this helmet does not have a Cardo on it anymore. It used to. I bought the Cardo Q3, Q2, Q3, can't remember what it was, Q something, a long time ago for this helmet. It was one of the first smaller Cardos that came out, and I used that for a while. It was okay, but when I got this helmet out of the closet, the foam, little wind covers for the microphone and the headphone portion were just disintegrating, falling apart into a black fuzz. It was awful. So I had to clean the whole helmet out, yank that stuff out of here. I've got spare audio kits for my PackTalk Edge units, so I'll put one of those on here maybe, but I need to start wearing the new lid. It's quieter, better, more better. I wonder if there's something up here I could eat while I'm out this way. I gotta finish my appointment first, but I haven't been up here in the Cypress area in so long. I don't know what the restaurant situation is anymore. I have to think back on 10 years ago when I lived up here, what I used to like to eat. I doubt any of them are still here. 2 miles, Park Cypress. If you've noticed, when I'm riding, anytime I slow down or I'm about to make a turn, I look behind me and make sure I'm not getting ready to get munched by some inattentive cager. And I always watch my mirrors while I'm stopped and I'm in the back of the line. That's saved my bacon more times than I can count. Not so much on little bikes, but definitely even on my mid-sized bikes and even big touring rigs, gold wings and stuff like that. Just watching my mirrors saved me from getting pancaked between 2 cars. Somebody not paying attention, flying up on stopped traffic. And I saw it coming a couple of times. I can count 4 times right off the top of my head that's been the case. And I saw it coming 3 of those times, and I was able to move preemptively before the tires behind me even started screeching. But the one that scared the piss out of me was I was on my what a piece of shit. Another Charger driver. I was on my Concours, my second Concours. I had 2 of those, and I was just sitting in traffic in Oklahoma City, and I'm 6 or 8 cars deep from the light, 3 lanes wide, and I had been sitting there for a while. I mean, it wasn't like we had just stopped. No, I'd been sitting there for 30 seconds. We just missed a light or whatever, so it was full cycle of the light. And out of nowhere, I hear this, tires sliding, and I look to my side. There's nothing coming. I look in my right mirror, and I see a truck, a full-size pickup truck, sliding diagonally up behind me at 50 miles an hour. Like, oh shit. And it's always been a safety practice of mine. And when I see other moto vloggers doing this the wrong way, it drives me nuts. And there are plenty of them out there. I won't name names, but let's say they're some of the most popular vloggers on YouTube. When they come to a light, they'll put it in neutral and go hands off and just sit here and talk and blather on. No. Leave your bike in gear, hand on that clutch, and your foot on the rear brake. That's how you do it. That's how you stay alive. So anyway, I have my bike in gear, and luckily I saw that truck just at the very last second, and dumped the clutch, grabbed a handful of throttle, and squirted up between the cars that I was sitting behind, and I made it up almost to the front end of it was like a Chevy Caprice that I was sitting behind. I made it up almost to the front end of him when the truck pancaked that car up to the driver's seat. Yeah, and I got hit by the car getting pushed forward, just diagonally at the front left of that car, hit the right side bag on my Connie and broke the bag. Good luck finding replacements on those. But I jumped off you know, as the bike got hit and just kind of ended up standing next to it. So the bike got turned sideways and pinched up against the car that was diagonally left. So yeah, I didn't get hit. The bike did. I jumped off just in the nick of time. Man, I would have been absolutely dead. Fucking dead. Like pate had I not moved from where I was. That happened to me another time in Edmond, my hometown. This is it. In my hometown, I was on my dad's Goldwing Interstate and sitting in traffic, and a big Buick station wagon did the same thing, came sliding up 40 miles an hour behind me, but I kind of saw it coming, so I had a little bit more time to react. And let me tell you, dumping the clutch and sliding the ass end on a 750, 800 pound Goldwing is an experience. I squatted that thing, jumped up between two other cars, and that bike too got hit just, you know, from the other car sliding into it. I kind of got toppled over sideways, but I didn't have time to jump off of that one. Yeah, that was fun. Good times. 11.5 on the pucker scale. Another thing I do while I'm sitting here, like this guy's coming up behind me, he's paying attention, but I'll let off my brake and hit it again to flash my rear brake light, make sure that they are noticing that there is something smaller behind the vehicle that I'm sitting behind. .9 miles to Jarvis. Aldi. Does anybody shop at Aldi? I think I've been in that place once. Not that one, but Aldi in general. Only been there once. I was not impressed with their prices. Getting out of this. It's a long line. Well, that one's got a couple of door dings. That's another thing I stay away from, if at all possible. Stay away from cars that look like that. Road warriors, man. Lots of dings and bangs and zero maintenance and misshapen left and right. They're bounced off of everything they can find. Oh man, you know what I miss? I'm just thinking about it rolling through this area. Somewhere over here there used to be a Golden Corral, you know, one of those all-you-can-eat buffets. Can't remember where it was. Maybe it was over off of 529. I miss those. Most of them folded up, gave up during C19 because, you know, we weren't trustworthy enough to feed ourselves, you know, the whole contamination thing. Give me a break. So yeah, like sweet tomatoes, the super salad, you know, all those buffet kind of restaurants, it just dried up, went away. I don't know if they're still trying to reopen or if any of them have survived that drought or not. .3 miles. I think I should have just stayed on Fry and gone all the way up to, what is it, Kluge, Huffmeister Kluge. Oh well. We'll see if this one's getting me there straight or not. Hurry up and go nowhere, stupid. 2 I was just thinking about the tires on this thing. This front tire is still the same one from before Cannonball. So this tire has got, 15,000 miles on it, at least. It's still doing pretty good. We got plenty of tread. I noticed that the tread blocks are starting to sawtooth just a tiny bit, but still rides fine. Jarvis. Yeah, I might shop around for the YSS front fork kit for this thing. I'm trying to keep this one as original as possible, but you know, functional upgrades like that wouldn't be a bad thing. The rear shocks on it still feel surprisingly okay. I mean, they're not great even to begin with, but they feel okay. They don't feel like they're blown out or worn out or anything like that. I've considered putting upgraded shocks on the rear, but I like the spring covers that are on here, the body colored blue spring covers, and you're not going to get that with an aftermarket shock. So if I did put aftermarket shocks on here, I would want to find something that I could pull apart, you know, pull the top yoke or eyelet off of it, and hopefully the spring diameter would be, you know, the same as these factory ones. That way I could put the little spring cover on there. I like that OEM look. electric fat bike. Well, electric fat wheel scooter, whatever that is. Ooh, big bump. Yay. All that jockeying and they're still right here. Why do cagers never figure that shit out? I don't understand. All the aggression and the back and forth and the I'm gonna be there first, I'm getting in front of you. You're still right next to the same people that you were an asshole to 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. You're not getting anywhere any faster. Unless you just happen to time a light right and you get lucky and don't have to wait 2 minutes on a light. 3 minutes, whatever. Just being an asshole and wasting fuel is all you're doing. Point 6. I think aftermarket valves on these front forks, like the YSS PD valves, they might smooth out the jitters in the front end of this. That's one thing I've always noticed is the, and now you see all the cottonwood stuff floating in the air. There's a lot of vibration going over ripples and stuff in the pavement with these OEM forks. It's just, there's almost like no damping at the bottom end of the stroke, you know. .5. If the whole ride was like this today. It's kind of nice. Breezy, cool, overcast. Not much traffic through here. Trees, green. Telge. I could have come straight up that way. It might have been better. Oh well. I don't know why it had me take Barker Cypress so far. This is the road I lived off of down there. Telge. South of 290, about 2 miles. Aberdeen Green neighborhood. Telge used to be a nice little country ride. Just come straight up all the way past where 99 is now, and it was nice, you know, 2-lane twisty, green, pretty. Not anymore, man. It's all 4 to 6 lanes of concrete like this now. And then 99 goes through there, of course. If you get far enough up past 99, it's not too bad, but it's not Telge Road up there anymore. I can't remember what it changes into. If you want over, put your signal on and let me know. I'll let you through. Don't forget me. Yeah, here we go. That actually smells good. Fried chicken. 0.1. Is this it? Oh. That ain't it. That's a gated driveway. 350 feet. 350. This is it. Oh, looks like I can't go in there. Okay, I'll sort this out. Yes, that is my turn. I'm gonna have to call and get a gate code. Interesting. Okay, I will catch you all later. Okay, mission accomplished, and the gates are open to get out this time. We're going to go back over to the client's office and take care of a couple things there. And then I need some food. I don't know if I'm going to wait till I get back home to eat the leftover lasagna from yesterday. Still have a half a pan of that, or at least we did when I left my house earlier. Well, actually, we did when I went to sleep last night. My son may have raided the remaining lasagna. We'll find out. I'm hungry, though. I have to eat. Run-down looking house. Nice area, but a few of the homes look a little bit dilapidated. Uh-oh, he's broke down. Oh, he's working on trash. He's not broke down. Park over here out of the way of the door. Okie doke. Round 2. All right, mission accomplished. Got it all done. And now I will head on down to my side of the world on the surface streets. Try to avoid all the rush hour traffic. It's not quite rush hour yet. What time is it? It's 2:50. It's going to start getting crazy. I'll just go straight down Huffmeister here and jog over to Fry and take Fry right back down the way I came up. Yeah, when I get home this afternoon, after I eat, of course, God, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in 24 hours. I ate this time yesterday, 3:30-ish, whatever. See if I can finish putting the 500X back together. It's close. Just need to finish the wiring and put the plastics back on the front end of it. Everything else mechanically is done. It's just waiting on me. A little too long to run that one. And there's nobody here, so what the F? What is up with this light? Nobody's here. Pads are broke. It smells good. God, all the food smells good right now. Hungry. Almost got bike jacked at this fuel station here years ago when I lived just down the road. Guy tried to jack me riding home on my Silverwing. Pulled in there to get gas, and some guy came walking from around the corner over here behind the station with a gas can in his hand, panhandling, lying, cheating, saying, "Oh, hey man, my car just broke down right around the corner. You got any money? I just need a couple gallons of gas." Like, yeah, sure. Reached in my pocket, peeled off whatever small bill I had on the outside of my wallet cash roll. I always keep the small bills on the outside. It was a $5 bill or something like that, and handed it to him. And I already had my hand in my other pocket in preparation. It was a good idea. He took that with the hand that had the gas can in it and pulled a gun on me with his other hand. Said, "What else you got in there?" So he looked down and told him, "Well, I got a 380 in this pocket pointed at your dick. You want some of that?" Laser sight was shining through my pocket right on his crotch. God damn, dude. Look at this asshole. Just nailed the brakes for no fucking reason. It's a bump. Go over it. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, so he abruptly turned the other way and walked off. Ay, ay, ay. Gotta meet threats with force. Yeah, while I'm over here, I'll roll through my old neighborhood. I got time. Traffic's not too bad yet. They've improved the road here quite a bit here on Telge. This used to be much narrower. That whole section back there didn't exist, that widened portion. All these access ways through here for the electric. That's where Josh and I used to ride our bikes. These hills, man, he had so many hours of fun on these hills. And that little CRF 110 that I got him for his birthday, for 10th birthday. These were the hills, man. We just run through here. Had the cops called on him a couple times because of unfriendly neighbors that didn't like him out here having fun. What? Why? What? It's road. It's free. Don't bug us. Even the sheriffs that came out, they're like, man, we grew up riding over here too. We don't know why these people are being hard to get along with. This was my old street here, and the house is for sale again. Well, look at that. This was our house. Lived here for 10 years. Oh, for rent. Yeah, see. Yeah, that was a house. 8923 Aber Trail. Yep, that was a house. It was a decent little house, kind of small. It was a very open plan inside, though. My wife liked the second story open. Spent a lot of time riding through this hills. You think that's been parked there a while? Weeds growing next to the car. The other thing my wife liked about this neighborhood was the walking trail and the little pond over here. We used to come feed the ducks all the time, and she could run or ride her bike around this trail. It's not great for riding a bike because it's pretty narrow, but it was good for walking in the area. Neighborhood pool that was closed almost all the time. I'm hungry. Tired. Brain's not running at full speed. I can't even think of anything to talk about. Need food. Oh yeah, if I have time on my way home, I think I should have time, stop and get this thing inspected over at Wild West. A lot of bikes out today. It's good weather for riding. We used to come sit over here kind of in this area a little bit further down, about a mile that way. There's a college campus over there, and we'd watch the fireworks every 4th of July. But that was before there were so many businesses and little strip malls out here. There were more places to sit, you know, more grass. Not anymore. No, it's shopping center, shopping center, shopping center. Good looking Civic. Town Lake. Artificial, of course. Nice neighborhood though. this the turn? I think it is. I don't recognize this intersection anymore. Or am I turning too early? Of course, there's no sign here. Nah, I turned too early. It's another one down. I have to wait for traffic now. I know that they made Tuckerton go through now. Tuckerton used to dead end into Fry Road, but it continues past Fry now. Yeah, that's it up there. I think it continues past. I remember seeing the construction for neighborhoods on the far side of Fry Road. Yeah, this is the shopping center. Yeah, the road goes through. I wonder where it goes. I don't know if I'm going to try it out today. Well, why not? No, I'd probably put me way too far on the other end. Yeah, I'll wait. We'll do it another day. I'll get in this line. Well, that guy's not paying attention. I'll go. Yeah, I wonder where that goes through. Maybe I can look at the map and see where it goes. So Tuckerton. Oh yeah, it curves north. I don't want to do that. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes south. Here we go. Tuckerton goes over, and the next intersect is what? 99. No, I damn sure can't do that. So Tuckerton goes all the way over to 99. That's interesting. I'm not going to do that. Not taking 99 on this little thing. Oh, goodness. Oh, tired, hungry. Holy shit, I'm tired. Can't quit yawning. All right, green lights go. Come on. 5 seconds, 6 seconds. 6 seconds before the guy in the front of the line even starts moving. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when the light's only green for 15 to 20 seconds, you just wasted a quarter of it for everybody else behind you. I need some music in my head. I'm going to put my headset back on one of these helmets. That vet is good looking. I like that blue. It's very good looking. C8. School bus speeding through the school zone. Oh yeah, definitely speeding. At this rate, I don't know if my camera's going to last all the way home. Yeah, I'm getting out from behind this line of shit. You know that's gonna suck. Note to self, don't take Fry Road at school let-out time anymore. This is crazy. Still doing good on gas, only 2 ticks down. Started the day with, I don't know, 15 miles on it or something like that. It's got 53 on the clicker now. Usually at these surface street speeds, I get 125 to 140 miles to the gallon on this. If I didn't have so many stop and goes, it would be better. Hey, Minimoto, Grom. And his chain sounds real bad. That chain ain't healthy. Or it could be rear brakes. Something sounded like it was dragging, grinding. Yeah, if I've got slow, steady, without a whole lot of stop and go below 45, this thing gets up almost 150 miles to the gallon, US. I think the highest I've ever seen out of it was 158, something like that. It's pretty high. But it's usually around 135-ish on surface street commutes like this. I'm so hungry, man. Stomach's trying to turn itself inside out right now. It really hurts. I haven't done very many of my 24-hour fasts in a while, so my stomach is not quite used to that. 16, 18 hours, no problem. 24, it's pushing it for me. I used to do 24 to 36 hour fast about once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks. Occasionally I'd push it to 48 hours or further, you know, if my stomach was a little bit out of whack or whatever, if I felt like I wasn't digesting right, you know, whatever, I would just fast for a while and let my system reset. Usually did a good job for me, but I'm out of practice on that. Building something big. Probably school or no, that's not school. That looks like a water treatment center. What the hell is that? Big round concentric something. It's a protected right, green arrow. Everybody keeps stopping at it. Not paying attention. No signal, no nothing. Fuck are you doing? Trying to get me killed? Screw traffic, I'm going to Ritter's. Perfect stopping point. I need a break from the traffic already. Had enough fucking douchebaggery for the next 15 minutes. I'll just take a break. Traffic's only going to get worse, but you know. My stomach hurts. I'll throw some milk and cream and sugar in there.